Audrey O'Connor and you're watching LadyChann.
Hey guys, been a little minute now. Okay, I'm here just to put my little 10 pence piece in the building. Yeah, scarf trying to go over my eyes. It's like, don't say what you're gonna say. Don't see what you want to see. Yeah. I don't know if I've missed out on stuff, but this Conor Ben story has gone everywhere. It's like mega global. Is it because it's a UK person? Because to be fair, we don't really have these stories irregular. Like, like our American compadres, we hear them, about their fighters popping dirty quite a lot. And it's just something that, and I don't remember it going like viral out here. This has gone viral, bow, like some Fabio foreign business. I was only on my show like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And, certain American YouTubers, like, they said they ain't even, the fight's trash, it's going to be trash. It's only a big fight in England, it's trash everywhere else. Chris Eubank Sr., he's not a legend, neither is Nigel Benn, maybe a legend in the UK. Well, the legend's a legend. There's no, like, legendary status. Proceeds, boundaries, borders, legendary status or status, should I say, doesn't need a passport. There's no such thing as, oh, you're a legend in the UK. You just, if you're a boxing legend, you're a boxing legend. Live on this trash, the YTBC, for the most part, people just don't have integrity. Bars. Now listen. It's a serious topic, but is it that like, right, so Chris Eubank Sr. was on The Fight Is Right. He had some words to say. I will insert it. And he went deep. It went like, I'm coming for you. Have a listen, so I don't have to impersonate her. I am talented, I know. But sometimes, the talent needs a break. Stand by.
You were saying that you didn't believe that Conor Ben was trying to cheat.
Yes.
Would you just like to touch The Fight Is Right, myself and Tun, on this one, please, sir?
Okay, when I look at a fighter, I look at the spirit in the man. Okay, Conor would have had no idea, in my view, of what they would suggest he should have. I've seen them do it. I've watched them. These are men who are going to be rooted out of this game because they're not fighters, they're PE teachers. I respect them, but not when they're harming fighters, because in my view, when I look at Conor Ben, that's a pure young man. And I said to him before, I said, don't do this. You've got a glittering career in front of you. You can beat the Americans. Why don't we partner up? Our team against the American team. I spoke to him like a dad should speak to a son. They're not like me. I told Nigel, don't come to these speaking engagements. There's going to be too much pressure on you. Because you let them lead your son into a pit, a snare. That boy's clean. He's a clean man and a great fighter. But you have toddlers looking after us fighters. Toddlers. These guys they call managers and promoters. These guys, I'm coming for you. Yeah, you try to murder my boys. I'm coming for you. Yeah. Right, sorry, Spencer, I got a little bit carried away.
Don't worry about that. Thank you so much. As you're speaking right, Chris, as you're speaking right now, Tundi's wiping tears from his eyes.
Another man's son. I know what weight I know what 3 pounds beneath 160 when you're 33 years old. When you're 33 years old, to get down to 3 pounds beneath that middleweight limit, it's madness. But he won't listen, and I can't afford for him to feel I've already lost one son. It's not happening, and it didn't happen. Yeah, and I had very little to do with it. I will move on.
All right, sir.
I've got people who come, yes, little more from now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chris. Big up from Tundi, big up from myself and all of the listeners of Fight Is Right. Thank you so much, Christopher Livingston Eubank Sr.
Jesus Christ. And when you hear Chris Eubank Sr. speaking in patois, you know it's serious in the building. Wow. You catch the part where Chris Eubank Jr. basically said he had very little to do with the fight being stopped. So maybe, you know, everybody, you know, we thought it was due to Chris Eubank Sr. leaking some information. It led me to, when I heard him say that, then, oh, he's not taking responsibility for that absolutely happened on him, that he made that happen, or, you know, dropped the bomb or leaked it. So, there's a mole in the camp. There's a mole in the building. Eddie. Salon. Somewhere. I'm not sure. As you can hear, it was like he was super duper intense. The story of him being in a mental hospital is just clearly not true. That story got pulled down. I don't know. This is all very Twilight Zone-ish. Cue the Twilight Zone music. Enough of that. So, Chris Eubank Sr. seems to think that, you know, they tried to murder his son. He's always had a problem with this issue. Now, my thing is, obviously, if someone pops dirty, that the fight should just be pulled and further investigation should take place. It should ensue. But does Chris Eubank Sr. not realise that his son signed this contract fully knowing that he had to make the 157, which he would have made? I'll touch on that in a minute. Look, the trust fund had left the building. So the 3 million was in the building. Because if the trust fund was still in the building, he wouldn't have to drain himself in the building to possibly not leave the building on his feet. So you maybe Senior have to take some kind of you want him to listen. You said he's not listening in the building. You take some accountability that I don't know what you sort do with your money. I'm not in the building. Okay, so I'm not in your bank. Yeah, the bank of buildings is my place. You know, it's selective buildings. It's where I can get access to those buildings. That's facts and data is my building. So I don't know about your trust fund or lack thereof in the building. Your son's a big lad now and he signed up for the fight. If there was no money floating around him and he needed it and he's a prize fighter, then you can't go super in. You can have a talk and say, yeah, my son didn't listen. He didn't listen. Yeah, you could do that. But I don't know how you can sue anybody due to your son signing the contract. It's legally binding. So I'm confused what angle this is going, to be honest. And I just think, this is mad dramatic. I'm like, no entiendo. No lo sé. I don't know. Eddie Hearn, is he a piss taker for, you know, pushing this fight forward with no morals in the building? Yes. Have we seen a due process happen in the building? No. I am of the thinking that, how do we not know that Conor Ben just didn't get spiked? He's been using the same team all the time. He's probably thinking, fucking hell, I feel strong. These times it's a possibility that someone on his team could have been in crushing up them tablets and, you know. But I've did more research. The tablets on its own are not effective like that. Yeah, it gives you a little spike in testosterone, but nothing to write home about. It's a siphoning off thing. So, it's a look. It's a masking agent for anabolics. So, is anabolic steroids solely injected? Hang on, let me leave the Buddhism to go to the Buddhism of Google. I'll be right back. So there you go. You can see that they're administered orally. Deep muscle. Gels and stuff like that. So yeah, syringed in. You could have tablets. Now, if you're masking that, I mean, it'd be pretty hard to pretend that you didn't know you was getting injected. Unless they came in crushed up tablet form. Yet again, but I know steroids, anabolics, these are top level bodybuilders, they're injecting. So this just looks crazy all round in the Buddhism. So I mean, let the lad just go through his due process and you know, if you cheated, you cheated. If you thought, if not, this Dr. Usman, all of a sudden, that was another weird one. Because now, UCAD are absolutely going to be investigating all what Dr. Usman said about he knows how to, you know, to manipulate the system and cheat. And, you know, on his website was good old the bum dosser, Gypsy Gang Dyson Fury, who popped dirty in from 2015 and, you know, they told everyone in 2016. So, you know, Christian Hammer, Klitschko, was that a real win? It was boring wins. But they were wins nonetheless, and they can be still questioned. You're with Dr. Usman. You dragged old Joseph Cheerleader Parker to the doctors with you. Sign up for this. I'm your life coach. Remember, you go by everything guys say. So, you know, this is where you have to go. Because if you're not with Dr. Usman, you're a bum dosser sausage. And as far as I was aware, Joseph Parker was already coming off some shady methamphetamine thing in New Zealand, in the Buddhism. And that's why you fled to England in the Buddhism. Hope that you're at home and not in the jailhouse Buddhism. The fact that you're on Dr. Usman's Buddhism. That's crazy. Make it made sense. There's various others as well that was on there, but those are the ones that was there was some of the littler lads as well. Yeah, why do you need hormone replacement? You need hormone replacement to get your levels up back to natural testosterone level. As a 26-year-old lad, your testosterone is fine and plenty. You got a kid, you know. So just saying is, let the due process work out because we don't know. It don't look good. But I don't know. Chris Senior, I get it. It's a very fucking tough one. God rest in peace to son Sebastian. But it's feeling a little dramatico. So is this going to fuck up Conor Benn's rep? Yes. Everybody's trying to just attack Eddie Hearn. And Frank Warren did the same thing. I see Frank Warren being a total hypocrite, talking about, you know, he should have pulled the fight. He did the, you know, with, oh, this is Umar for IFL, you know, kiss every Queensbury, especially Frank Warren's butty. This is Umar for IFL TV. Umar Mohammed for IFL TV. You know, what have you got to say, Frank? You know, Tyson, he's the best thing since sliced bread. And if it was him, Frank, it was him at one point. And when you got your hands on him, you still let the Klitschko fight go ahead. So, hypocrisy is in the Buddhism. Yeah, well, we'd never do that. We'd leave those things to, you know, to Eddie. Hypocrisy is in the Buddhism, is what I'm saying. Oh, this is going to be bare editing to do, man. Fucking hell. So, This isn't down to promote. Could Eddie have handled this better? Yes, Eddie, mejor para ti. Por favor. Dios mío. I did it wrong there. But this, all you need is something tiny when someone doesn't like you and they'll run with it. Now, you know, Eddie's feeling the hailstones and the stormy weather. Eddie's just going to weather through it and go, you know, he blinks. He's got 5-week trot of being in like 5 different countries, you know. PJ here, do you think he's forgotten already? Until he touched back on England, British soil, he'd be like, oh yeah, this fucking scandal. This is a very nuanced thing, is what I'm saying, in the UK, whereas someone's popped dirty under UCAD, and that's what the British boxing of border control adhere to. But yet, you know, they got VADA, and they don't adhere to that, but VADA, you know, he popped dirty with VADA. So, something has to be done. Like I said, due process will be done. And it's hard when you've got 2 testing agencies one that we use don't recognise that one. So it's either we're going to need some kind of uniformed parliamentary procedure in the building. But yeah, so I think that's why people are quite shocked of what's happening. I heard people going, oh, Eddie Hearn will never recover from this. You lot just do your podcast and shut up. Just don't worry about what's happening in Britannia. Because we're not out here having some big public outcry, picketing with fucking signs in our hands. I tell thee, it's not happening. We're not doing all of that. We're not going above and beyond. Is this a mad situation? Yeah, there's a fight in the end that we really wanted to see. But I mean, when people pop dirty in other countries, the world doesn't stand still. It feels like the world is stood still alongside, like it's overtaken, like when it was lockdown in the pandemic. Oh yeah, it's going a little above and beyond now. With the mixture of senior, I don't know what you pissed off. Did he know about the test popping dirty? Maybe so, but you know, you said your son don't listen. He's 33. You know, he don't even listen to us when we want him to be in title fights, and he like try and call out someone that's on level, because this is what happens now. You can't. Well, you didn't call him out. Conor Ben called you out, and you accepted. Calling out Jake Paul. You're calling out. You know, we just wanted to see an Andrade. We just wanted to see a prime Triple G, which I still believe he washes you to this day. Even this shaky-legged Triple G, yeah. We didn't really want to see Liam Williams and all of that rubbish and trap between styles. Shouts out to my older man crush, Roy Jones Jr. But, you know, there's only one of them, and he popped dirty as well. Well, like, oh my God. I'm so over this story. Like, God. Yeah, it's giving me wrinkles. The anxiety. Yeah. That's not that deep. It's just not that deep. So, just catch me later on. We've got Ray Mercer. And then we've got the weekly wrap-up show afterwards. And we will talk about this and keep it pushing. I'm all Conor Bend out, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Gyan. Like, after this, I don't want to hear anyone that's called Conor or no one that's called Ben. Yeah. Yeah.